So now we get into the Scrim Bucks. So I want to know who's really high in the Scrim Bucks right now. Who has all the Scrim Bucks? Are you seeing interesting like picks or metas develop based on the new patch? Because it's a brand new patch that we haven't seen professionally played before. How are things going in Iceland overall for the teams?
Okay. So the first thing I have to start with, and I knew that this question was coming, is that Showmaker is really, really, really good. This guy is so unbelievably good. It is crazy. Really. I mean, I think he's really a cut above. I've not seen that in a scrim in a long time where a person just, not just early game, just mid game as well. Like he just doesn't make many mistakes, like any of in the case. So it feels like he's carrying. I mean, I don't know. If I would be watching MSI, please, for the love of God, watch Showmaker games because they will be. This guy is just insane. Now about the rest of the teams, I think that excites.
So he's really the Scrim Bucks are huge on Dom 1 right now. Is this the team you expect to come out on top? I imagine you're not scrimming RNG because they're in your group, right?
Exactly. We don't scrim RNG. I don't know. There's not too much talk going on. The only thing you really hear about RNG is just when the doors are open, the Asian teams are extremely loud. You know, they're like, "Wow, let's fight!" You know, like I remember back in the day with Flash Wolves, they were like shouting through the entire venue when we were scrimming. So yeah, RNG I'm really excited for, but we don't know much about them. And yeah, I would expect them one to be one of the favorites for the tournament, if not the favorite, together with RNG, of course. Yeah, I mean the rest of the team, I think they're all fine, but I really think that the teams to look out for is Damwon. I have to say, but really for Damwon, I feel like it's mostly Showmaker because this guy is just so good. Because like everyone else, like I see doing mistakes, you know, but this guy is just very, very consistent. So I feel like they're beatable, except maybe Showmaker, you know. So,
by the way, when you said it, like you alluded to it at the beginning of the segment, like, you know, people are picking crazy champions in the scrims and stuff.
Oh yeah.
If a team like yours plays against, for example, Damwon, right? I've heard stories up until not that long ago, a couple of years ago, where Korean teams would even practice top Western teams and basically fuck around and purposely pick stuff they'd never pick or just limit test 24/7. Like, do they actually play properly when they play against you in scrims, do you think?
I think more option one. I think the first game they always... Okay. I think the first game they're probing, you know, they're testing out, you know, the waters. Because, I mean, Asian teams hate losing, like, for sure. You know, but
yes.
I
do think...
Yeah, even scrims. But and they have, like, you see it the way that they're playing, you know, there's, like, this pride, you know, that they should be winning or they are the better team. So if you outplay them, honestly, like, truthfully, they will... You know,
they'll be forced to play meta. They'll be forced to play meta.
They will start, you know, putting down the heavyweights. But it felt really like option one. But it doesn't really matter, you know, just because the pump. But because what they are doing in those scrims is still like player proficiency, like individual skill. They're being put in situations that are not as common. But yeah, of course they're. I feel at some point. I mean, some of our games were just so one-sided, so I can't say much. But yeah, it felt like in those games they're. I mean, they could do basically anything. But at least, you know, some of the games it didn't go like this. So I can't say too much about this. But yeah, I feel like they're testing out a lot and taking scrims really as an opportunity to just do whatever the enemy allows them to. If they're bad, they play whatever. If they're amazing, they will hardcore, you know, play what they want. They actually would.
Is there a team that you've scrimmed against that has surprised you in terms of their skill that maybe you didn't expect to be as good as they are, even if they're not as good as you from one of the other regions?
Not really. I mean, no, I think like all of the teams, especially like, you know, like I've been around a long time, you know, and I've been at the international events, you know, from the IEMs and the finals and whatnot. So I feel like this year teams are just performing as they do from the expectations I had. So it's really not much surprising, and I feel everyone is beatable if that's of any interest, you know, because we're not playing super hot, sadly. You know, I would want way more practice time. I want us to. I don't know. I want us to play way better, really. But we're working on it, and we're having the vision. But I feel the same for the rest of the teams. I see so many mistakes being done, where I'm like, we're getting gold leads that should not be like this. They're playing weak side. The junglers are not timing the resets with the rest. Like, they're taking 2v2s, 3v3s that are clearly losing. So, yeah, I think scrims right now is really Wild West. A lot of people are doing whatever. Meta is still being found out. I feel, especially around mid lane jungle, people are just testing out so much stuff. And yeah, I mean, I think it will be, by the time, like, we still have time, right? Like 3-4 days. I think by this time, teams will have more settled. What you can expect for sure, though, is that the games will be really explosive around mid lane and jungle.
By the way, since Monty referenced this earlier, like, the real shame, unfortunately, is that there is no VCS, because classically, like, if you think about the Gigabyte Marines and stuff over the years, like, they were always a team, and supposedly they are the better of the, like, region of Southeast Asia. Like, they're the teams that maybe had some chance to come with something crazy. I know Levi plays for them again. He's back on his bullshit. But I actually just looked something up now, Monty. This is ridiculous, right? The AD carry of the GAM esports now is called Easy Love, right? This guy has the trashiest taste in inspiration of all time. He took Easy Hoon, probably the most overrated mid laner ever, and Clay Love, the most serial. Like, this guy, listen to me, he's such a choker. Like, the serial killers from the 70s that want to know his technique. Like, he's to combine those two names together. What a fucking train wreck of a name. The Boston Stranglers, like, fucking hell, mate. You need to calm down. You've got some anger issues, mate.
I mean, he also sounds like a cheap escort, so there's that too. Even in isolation of the two names.
1-800 Easy Love. Exactly. There you go.
It's not a good name, is it? A lot of weird implications.
Him to join this. He needs to clear up all the questions. Why is his name? Is it because of point A or point B?
Now I'm curious. Yeah.